Hey YouTube, Mrs. CP here. I just wanted to do a garden update. I'm working on about a week and a half. No, this is about 2.5 weeks now. And this is our small garden with our tomatoes, and our carrots are starting to finally pop up, and then our onions and garlic and potatoes are doing awesome. Yes, I know I need to get out here and weed. I haven't had time. Over the weekend I wanted to get my cages up for the tomatoes because they're starting to get pretty big. So we just took some extra fencing that we had from when we built the goat pens and cut them down, and they're working great for our tomato cages. So over here is our big garden, which I don't come out here now unless I have some sort of weapon on me, because there was a fox out here the other day. And when we first moved to this house, the first time I met my neighbor, we were pulling into the driveway and he said, "I just seen a fox in your yard. Just to warn you, a lot of the foxes around here are rabid." So I was like, oh, great. And there was a huge fox right there by where you can see where my trellis system is. He was just hanging out right there. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about coming out here. I come out here mid-afternoon hoping that maybe I won't see him, because I really don't want to see him. But here's all of our peppers. None of my pepper plants seem to have been sprouting, so I ended up getting a bunch of heirloom starter plants. So they all seem to be doing pretty well. I've got 4 rows. I've got 2 rows of hot peppers and 2 rows of sweet peppers. And then I left 2 rows of peppers untouched, hoping that maybe they will sprout up. Again, I need to come out here and weed. And let's see. We've got some of our lettuce is starting to sprout up. I don't know if you can see it between the weeds that I need to get out here and do. There's one. And we've got some more broccoli that's starting to sprout up. And here's some broccoli that I had started inside, which doesn't seem to be getting much bigger. I know it, for some reason, I don't know if it's going to get much bigger just because of the fact that the last few nights it's been pretty cold. It hasn't dropped like to freezing, but it's been pretty cold, about 50 degrees, which is cold for around here. And I've still got to come out here and clean up my radishes and my celery, because they started to grow out of control. And I don't remember what I have here, but stuff is starting to come up here. But I think it's my beets, maybe? I'd have to look. Emma, get out of my garden. Shoo! Go find my missing rabbit. Go. And the rabbits have just been a total hectic week for us with the rabbits. We built new cages. One of them escaped the cage and is hiding underneath the work shed, and I can't seem to get it out. So I've been trying to get coaxing it out with some alfalfa, but every time I see her, she runs back underneath. But we've got some cucumbers that are starting to come up, and we had our first litter of rabbits last week, and they all died. Of course, she just decided to give birth like on the coldest night of the week, and they all died. She gave birth in the middle of the night, so I wasn't able to be out there. But Mr. CP says it was karma, because I actually shot a rabbit that day that was out next to my garden. So he said it was karma that I shot a rabbit and all of our kits died. So there's always next time. But this is our beans that we've got, and our beans are starting to get really big, so I'm very happy. These beans these are Kentucky Wonders, and they're starting to get fairly big as well. I've got 2 rows of beans right here, and then our peas are over here as well. And I'm sharing a lattice for the peas, and I'll just train them as they get a little bit bigger to the trellis system. And we're using cattle panels for our trellis system this year. They're really durable and they can take a lot of weight. So it's something new for us to try, was the cattle panels. We got a whole bunch of them because I'm actually going to be building my greenhouse out of cattle panels. My corn I think is doing awesome. It is starting to come up. It was up about a week ago and it's still growing. I need to come out here and thin this row out because There's a lot of them. And then I've actually got some sunflowers here that are starting to come up as well, and they're doing pretty good as well. I planted just a couple watermelon plants over here. I haven't weeded over here, but I don't think I've seen any watermelon plants pop up. So my watermelon may not come up, but I'm going to leave this area alone, just get rid of some of the grass and stuff I know is weeds, and hope I can get some of them. Let's see. And we also planted some blueberries and blackberries. And before I even could get them planted, they got to them. I turned my back for like 2 minutes, and the goats had like stripped both of my blackberry bushes to nubs. So I'm hoping that they'll survive, and maybe next year I'll be able to get some fruit off of them. But I don't know. They stripped them down pretty good. And over here, I don't think I showed you guys this one the last time I did a video update. I need to get in here and clean bad. But we've got these grapevines have been here for, God, way before we moved in. But our grapevines have started to leaf up. And I planted 2 little blueberry bushes right here, just starter bushes. And I've got like a ton of mint popping up everywhere. I mean, just everywhere. The goats won't touch it. So I think I'm going to have probably transplant a couple of them. Go figure, the mint that I did plant this year didn't survive. But I've got a ton of it over here, so I guess it's okay. And I don't know if this grapevine is going to make it or not. The other one is leafed up, but this one isn't. I looked, I cut a little piece out of the stem and it was green underneath, so maybe it just will take a little bit of time. So I'll take you over to where our fruit bushes are, and a rabbit, she's hiding somewhere underneath that shed. Somewhere. I seen her pop out earlier. I thought for sure she was either gone or ammo had gotten to her. But when I came out here to make this video, she was out here and I tried to grab her. And that's Mama. And she's our newest addition to our goats. And she's actually due in about 4.5 weeks. So we'll have our first kid here on the property in about 4.5 weeks. Don't want to startle Ellie or she'll fall over. Because she has fainting goat in her. And we got a weeping Yaupon holly. That was like the one tree that Mr. CP said that we needed to get. And if you don't know what they are, they actually produce these bright orangish red berries in the fall. But the leaves, you can actually take the berries are poisonous, of course. The scientific name has the word vomit in it. I can't remember the exact scientific name, but it has the word vomit in it because if you eat the berries, they'll make you very, very sick. But the leaves will actually, you can boil them and make a tea, and they produce a caffeine type tea, which I get angry if I don't get my caffeine. I get really bad headaches. So that was one of the things that he wanted to get. This is one of our blueberry bushes, which is doing great. We're actually getting some blooms on it. That's another blueberry bush, and we've got blueberries on it already. So they should be ready soon. The goats didn't touch the blueberry bushes. And another little blueberry bush where we're starting to get some berries on. And then our blackberries. Our poor blackberries. Our blackberries were the size of that bush right there. And now they are this size thanks to the goats. I mean, I literally turned my back for like 2 minutes and they just demolished them. They had fruit already on them. I think I have one little flower right here, which I doubt will make it. But hopefully they'll survive and come back next year. We will see. And then all of our fruit trees that we planted a couple months ago, we planted them in the fall. They've all started to leaf up. That one's apple, and we have 2 peaches over here. And then a couple weeks ago we planted 2 cherry trees, and our cherry trees seem to be doing really well too. And then those 2 trees right there, next to the driveway, those are apple trees. And last year they had tons of apples on them, but because they weren't treated with anything, all the apples were bad. They were just worm infested. So this year I'll be able to actually hopefully get some fruit off of those. So I'm very excited for everything to start producing. But that's what I have for you today. So be sure to subscribe and follow us on Facebook, and happy prepping.